Keith makes his bones in the Carnival Mafia, and we discover a new scam for determining the next co-host. And we're also missing 5 minutes of audio, so I guess we'll be downgraded from podcast to drivel. All that and more on this week's episode of...
What time is it? Robot lady! Sound the alarm!
Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour. Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour.
Don't waste my motherfucking time! Welcome again to another week of Another Wasted Hour. You guys know how it goes. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about art. We're going to talk about Washington, D.C. But most of all, we're going to take the next hour of your life, remove all productivity from it, and replace it with 2 ignorant, uninformed, ill-advised, self-deprecating morons ranting about opinions that they have no right to have, which are probably wrong and absolutely do not matter. Our goal here at Another Wasted Hour is to convince you that where we hail from, just outside Washington, D.C., is not just a city of politics and scandals, but one brimming with art, music, and culture. As impossible as that may seem. So, listeners, now that you know why you're here in studio, we have the strange hybrid between jelly and beer. The guys from JamBrew. Jay, say hello.
Hey, hey.
And Ted.
What's up, good people?
Hey, now we are good friends with both of you. Jay, you came on the show probably about a year ago with the band Jux, right?
Yeah.
And Ted, you've never made it on the show. You're kind of a local celebrity.
Whoa.
You've been on other radio shows like the Sports Junkies and things
guys.
like that.
Great guys.
Yeah, so
good friends.
The Ted I'm speaking to is Ted Garber.
Hey.
And God, we were just talking. I've known you for like 20 years.
Yeah, almost
now.
20 years.
Something like that.
And I love you.
Yeah.
I just love what you do. I love your energy, and I've always loved your work. And I've been wanting to get on this podcast, so this worked out great. I'm stoked that you asked me today because
you've been pining for it.
Yeah, no, this just the stars aligned, baby.
Well, we can't wait to let you down.
Yes, and we have Adam here, my lovely co-host. He is wearing a beautiful dress, just like Vanna White, and turning the letters of this show to keep us moving. So we wanted to talk a little bit about a really important series of concerts that are coming up that you guys helped put together and are a part of, right?
Yeah.
I know, Ted, you're going to be playing one of these concerts and
That's
then
right.
emceeing another one.
Yeah, I'm a proud sponsor, too. My company, Garber Partners, Event Production and Marketing Advertising, is one of the chief sponsors of the event. So really stoked to have an interest in that. And I'm sort of I've been dubbed, very cool. This was Mr. Jay Burden's own dubbing, the Jambassador. So I'm talking about this thing as a diplomat as I travel throughout the Northern Virginia, D.C., Maryland area. And my band plays on the 14th. That's Friday, September 14th. And then I'll also be emceeing the grand finale show, the Oktoberfest, on Saturday, September 29th. Runs from noon to about 9 o'clock.
And we have a pretty cool announcement we're going to do a little later about that last show. So you may want to write that down now because you're going to want to be there. It's going to be a very choice show. And you'll want to be at all of these. They're absolutely free, which is insane. It's going to be live, local music, and original music, which is pretty unusual for a lot of these types of events. Usually you get your cover bands and you get your tribute bands. But we're actually going to hear like local talent that's making original music from the DC area.
Right here.
Artists right here, organic. And it's an all ages show, which is cool too.
Yeah.
You got to be 21 to drink. And it's the Brewfest, JamBrew, JamBrew.
The
and we've got
brew
local
part.
wine and beer, but it is all family friendly.
So the
and it's
jam
rain or
part's
shine.
all ages.
The jam part, everybody can jam, and you
Right.
can. I guess you could go with, kombucha or some sort of diarrhea drink, like if you're trying to lose weight out your butt.
Right. Yeah.
But
you could be a
it's
good fart maker.
It's great, and it's really fun. In fact, even when it's rain, some of the best shows we've done have been in the rain. People came forward.
Oh man,
it's got that hippie, organic,
You had
homegrown vibe to it that you wouldn't
turnout.
find at a more yuppified event.
Now I do have a concern because maybe I missed it, but I didn't see Jux on the lineup at all. Did I miss
For
you
this year?
guys? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're there.
You're
We're
there.
gonna be
Okay, thank goodness.
28.
You're on the 28th.
28th,
Yeah, I was going to say
okay,
the,
good.
Last Friday.
the penultimate.
I just blew
performance.
through it, and I must have missed you guys. So that's good. So we can see you on the 28th.
Yeah, we're playing with a really great band called Nah.
Ah, okay.
Nah.
They're not that good.
Nah.
Are they good?
Nah, they're good.
Nah.
No, it's very good.
No, but they're great.
So 28th for you, and when did you say you are, Ted?
I'm there on the 14th, and we have an opener to be determined, but we also have a DJ kicks it off.
Nice.
And some of these events have local school talent, the Bach to Rock kids out of Herndon. And,
cool.
And it turns out one of the guys in the band is the son of some friends of mine and his parents, the dad, were fans of my dad. So it's like this whole big circle. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very community oriented. I mean, if Herndon had, a fall sort of Herndon Strong, Herndon Pride type of event, this is it. JamBrew. And we're kicking off on the 31st of August. It's coming up.
So get your pencils out. This is every Friday at the Herndon Town Green in Herndon, Virginia. That's August 31st to September 28th. But then on Saturday, September 29th, great big show, October Fest.
Yeah.
Right.
Boom.
And that's going all day long. The others are in the evening.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, like 6 to 9:30.
And the October Brewfest starts at like noon and just goes all day long.
All day.
Yeah. So that'll be a fast. If you want more information other than the fact that it's all ages and it's free, you can go to jambrew.com. www, I'm assuming. JamBrew.com. It's got all the details. It's got the lineup. We'll talk about some of the artists a little bit later and go through the list. But you can find all that there and look them up and find out ones you want to come to. But a great use of your time on a Friday. Way more productive than listening to this podcast.
I don't know. I'm going to listen to this podcast to get pumped.
Yeah.
Make the whole band listen to it.
And if you're on social media, check out hashtag live local music. Also, apparently you guys are going to be tweeting and posting with that hashtag. And if anybody wants to get on board with that, you can take pictures at the events, throw them up on social media with that hashtag, and be part of the community.
That's it. We also have some fun homegrown videos coming up as well to promote some of our sponsors, some of our vendors. One's coming out in just another day or so, and it'll feature really one of our founding sponsors, Dave Morgan, who wanted to be here with us tonight. He's got us picking up his daughters from the airport and his lovely wife. But he is the founder and CEO of RecycleLife.org. Recycled Life. Yeah, Dave is actually, as long as this has been a festival, 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years ago, our buddy Dave Morgan from RecycledLife.org received a new heart and a new liver.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's since gone on to have, 2 beautiful daughters and is working his career and doing music and playing percussion. And his 2 brothers, there's 5 kids, 4 boys, 1 girl. 2 of his 3 brothers have also had successful heart transplants.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So all of that a few years ago spurred Dave to start a nonprofit organization called Recycled Life.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is aimed at getting people to become an organ donor. Because a lot of us, how often do we renew our driver's licenses? So he's got it right there, like a voter registration sheet, except it's organ donorship. So you can be the miracle. You can be an organ donor. You can recycle life, and you can do it right at the event at the Recycled Life tent.
Now, you said he and his brothers, right?
Yep.
Has he talked to his daughters yet and said, like, hey, I just need to let you know you have some shitty genes?
Yes.
Just so you know,
they're worried about it. Yeah,
make
because
friends that have the same blood type because you're going to need that.
Yeah, he's pumping away. I think about it all the time because I took him out to dinner at a Thai restaurant. He's like, he's this and that, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. But yeah, he's really a walking marvel. And there's a really cool song. One of our friends who's performed with us over the years. We all know him, Jason Ager, our buddy from PA, and he's performed JamBrew. Actually, did a really cool song with local producer Ken Barnum and Pink's guitar player. What was her name? His name, I know Pink's name. Pink's guitar, can't remember it, but he's wicked session player. And they got a really tight track called "Recycle Me," or so, is that what it's called?
Oh, interesting.
And we're going to be hearing more of that too. So if you follow the hashtag Live Local Music, you follow JamBrew, you're going to see these posts coming up, these little renegade videos, things like this podcast that we'll also be sharing the hell out of because it's fucking awesome. Let's be honest. Yeah. So we got that.
So every Friday, Herndon Town Green. In Herndon, Virginia, from August 31st to September 28th, then Saturday, September 29th. Again, free, all ages, jambrew.com for more information. With that said, we're already starting to run late because you guys are too hilarious. So
we try.
So we're going to move on to the weather report. This is where we're going to make you guys the CEOs, if you will, or the editors-in-chief of your own publication. We're going to give you some news. You get to give us the thumbs up or down as to make it into the publication. So
boom.
Adam, how about you get us started?
Alrighty. Kansas couple killed in Carnival Mafia initiation.
Carnival Mafia. That sounds fun. Like that sounds. I would join that. The Carnival Mafia.
Yeah. Well, apparently you just have to kill someone.
And we're this is.
I feel like that's. I can't say cover
Totally
yet without knowing
legit.
the others, but that's got to be in. I want to
that's-
hear more.
that sounds pretty
I was
legit.
waiting for Adam to tell me more about the initiation. Like, is there gore involved?
Oh sure.
Well, because you
Gore
asked.
Yeah, I think you throw darts
climate
at them,
change.
right? Is
Oh
that?
my gosh!
I assume
Nope,
it's a carnival game.
Kansas
apparently
carnivals
one,
are famous.
Kimberly Younger, if I'm reading this correctly, posed online as a quote Carnival Mafia member named Frank Zaitchik,
Oh,
who
okay.
texted the others in this conspiracy, I guess I'll call it, to kill this couple. It's just labeled as the Carpenters here. I guess that was their last name, on the fairgrounds at Great Bend, Kansas, where the couple were vendors. They basically killed the couple and then disposed of the body out in a creek nearby, and they were all caught and are now being charged with murder. Abusing a corpse,
being stupid.
Whoa!
yeah.
But that's got to
There's a
go
whole
in the
list of stuff
magazine.
going on.
People need to know about this.
Yeah.
All right, all
Are we
right.
going to it's funny because there's a carnival in Loudon right now.
Well, I was just gonna say we're talking about vendors and
yes.
carnivals and stuff, and it's like, yeah,
by
come
the
on
mafia.
out to our
Come
show.
on to JamBrew. We don't have that stuff.
Yeah, no mafia at ours.
No,
all right.
no killing
But
darts.
it just bugs me that, as a Sicilian, now there's one more competing mafia I have to worry about.
All right, so I'm up next. That one made it in. You're in. All right, imagine this, guys.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to paint a picture for you. I'm pitching this story for you. You're a single. You decided to give Tinder a shot, right? It's all the millennials are doing it. You swipe right. You make a connection with an attractive young lady who is a model actress and interested in meeting up. But your luck seems to run out when a presentation at work forces her to have to reschedule. You think, this is probably just some elaborate way to ghost me. But she assures you she'll text you back in a week when things calm down. Amazingly enough, 1 week later, you get that text, the date's back on. You're feeling pretty good about things, right? She says, hey, a DJ friend of mine is doing a free concert, free outdoor concert. I want to swing by and say hi. And then after that, we can head over to dinner, if things go well. And so you go, sure, right? It's a public place. So you don't have to, it's a safe place.
It's JamBrew.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's
Again,
JamBrew.
The DJ was open for me.
So you get there.
Yeah.
The DJ's spinning. There's a pretty big crowd forming. She sends one final message letting you know she's running a little late, but to meet her by the stage. Moments later, she arrives. She walks up on the stage and announces that everyone in the audience is here to try and win a date with her.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stanky.
Okay.
This is like
Many-
the most low budget bachelorette
Yes.
episode ever.
Although many men left, over 100 men competed in various athletic feats, along with a live,
I like this girl.
live in real life Tinder swipe line.
Yeah.
Where they said single file line and she swiped right or left as they walked up.
Amazing. That's one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
we
got to
can
go in.
incorporate
Right
So
too. As a performance
everyone-
artist,
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Everyone who was there was contacted by her in Tinder using the same exact
Same
script.
shtick.
And some of them were there with flowers and stuff, and then found out, oh yeah, no, that's
To get them all
She's-
there.
Yeah.
Wow. Brilliant.
Yeah.
now the real
Brilliant.
question
Great use
for
of the
this.
tech.
The real question I have is, did the winner actually win?
You mean close?
I'm just saying,
Close the deal.
was it a real win? I don't know. Is this?
I
is
see
this,
what you're saying.
Is this
Yeah.
who you want to date? This person?
Well, this is a high level question,
Yeah.
like how real is reality TV if there's a camera in your face? How
Yeah.
natural is it if it's edited and produced? I think this woman's obviously an exhibitionist who's trying to get her name out there, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Right?
Trying to get
Could be.
attention.
But
Yeah.
on the other hand, sometimes those couples do those movies and end up banging in the love scene for real and then falling in love and getting married.
That
Yeah,
does happen.
that could happen.
I'm trying to think of one right now and I can't. But
So you guys, you said it makes
sure
it in?
it's
Is that
up
what you're saying?
Oh, into
I think
yeah.
it's got to
I
be in.
think
This
so.
is a hodgepodge magazine. I was
Yeah.
thinking a good name for it, by the way, might be 3-ply because it's like that's the softest toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's if you're gonna wipe your ass with a magazine, use 3-ply.
You mean our
Fly the news.
yeah.
Yeah,
got
3-ply.
It has 2 uses. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recycling. That's important.
That's it. And recycling life
All right.
or magazines.
Adam,
Dave,
what
if
do you
you're
have
listening.
next? We're tied up.
Columbia health official warns against having sex during heat wave.
Oh, that seems a bit obvious.
Does it?
Well, no, it's good. It's good knowledge.
It's good advice.
To have,
maybe not a
It's
article, but maybe just sort of one of those headlines. Like in the jacket of the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because how could you flesh out a full article about the?
Yeah, more just a PSA.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe
all
an
it
ad.
is. Yeah.
Maybe like a Got Milk ad. Maybe a sweaty guy dead over top of a woman. He's had a coronary, and he's flopped over. It looks like Ron Jeremy the Hedgehog, and she's suffocating under that Cali heat, under that Bogotan.
Started sounding like one of those Japanese torture porn films or something.
I think Ted's seen this before.
Yeah, Lars von Trier is actually making this into a feature film.
Do you think it's more dangerous to have sex during a heat wave or during an Arctic vortex?
Ooh.
No.
Definitely
Which one's worse?
Heat wave.
Definitely
Heat wave's worse.
Because I remember that
Okay.
derecho when my late wife and I were in Bethesda in an
Yeah.
apartment, and we had the windows open, and forget it, man. There was going to be no coitus in that environment. It was crazy.
Too hot to live. Yeah.
The entire building was a vibrator.
Yeah. That's the other weird thing is when you live in an apartment building or townhouse or whatever, especially apartment building, you don't realize how much residual sound comes off, the HVAC units and all the appliances. So when everything's dead, and you hear everything.
So you guys said is news, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I think we do like a PSA though, right?
Exactly. We're just going to do a think before you whatever.
Did you know?
Yeah, this brought to you by
All
Don't
right.
Bang in Colombian Heat Waves.
All right, next one. Mountain in Wales downgraded to hill.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd they get the mountain in the whale?
No. Oh, we're doing dad jokes now.
Yeah. No, I don't think our readers give a crap about what happens. I don't think anyone cares
hold
about
on.
what happens in Wales.
How is this not newsworthy? Like,
What?
no, I would understand if
Okay.
you said it was not news if they had made a mountain out of a molehill, but this is the other
They
direction.
made a hill out of a mountain.
Yeah, they
Right.
made a mountain into a hill.
But you don't mean they chopped the top of it. You
No.
mean they just redesignated it.
So first newsworthy item, okay?
Okay.
Did you know there's a mountain, well, it used to be a mountain, in Wales called Fan y Big,
Fanny Big.
which I assume Big Fanny,
Big
just
Fanny.
too many Snickers, so they had to like switch it around. But Fanny Big, yeah. And then second, did you know there's like an official like what makes a mountain guide? I didn't know this. I figured you just looked and you went,
What
That's-
makes a mountain?
yeah. You just looked at it and like you got four buddies together and you said mountain, yep, and then you all voted and you go, yeah, it's a mountain.
That's a mountain.
Yeah.
I would assume it has to meet a certain height.
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
the qualifications?
Yeah.
So it must rise at least 2,000 feet in elevation,
Ooh.
and then
Is it above sea level? Yeah,
I
it must
think
be.
from the surrounding
From the
land, I
surrounding,
would
okay.
think. Yeah,
mean
that would be my
vertically?
guess. Yeah. And then
okay.
from one peak to another, I think, I don't know if I have this up, but it was something like it needs to slope downward between peaks by at least like 93 feet.
Oh.
Right. So you can't, it can't go a little down and then a little up. Like that doesn't count then.
Right.
That's not a mountain. And so that was the interesting thing. So Fanny Big was tall enough to be a mountain, but then the dip between the things, a surveyor with new modern equipment went and found out it doesn't dip. It dips 5 feet too little to be a mountain.
5 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet too. It is
Fanny
too
big, but
shallow of a
too
dip.
little.
I don't know,
Dip-
Jay. I mean,
dip
we
that
have
fanny.
we have dead carnies,
Yeah.
and we have what was the other one? We have
Oh, the tender,
oh yeah, Tender Woman.
the live tender event.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, how big
Right.
is our Wales readership right now?
I think it's one of those either back pages or maybe something. I don't know.
Guys, this is a cautionary tale because first they took Pluto and we said nothing.
That
right?
is a good point.
And
I'm
now,
pissed about that.
Now they're taking
I'm pissed
mountains,
about
and if
that.
we say nothing, what's next?
You know, I think if we can tie it into the Pluto thing, you know what? An editorial. I think that's what we do. We
Yeah.
pose it as an editorial from
An op-ed.
Keith and Adam. Yeah, exactly. And we let people interject.
All right.
And the
What is a mountain?
right.
What is a
makes-
mountain to you?
What
Yeah.
makes a mountain? Yeah, you know, a little editorializing. Let the readers write in, and then we can also use that analytical feedback to figure out just how big our Welsh readership is, because I have no idea.
And I'll tell you right now, between the time now and when this goes to publish, I'm going to dig 5 feet worth of earth out of that center spot and return it to mountainhood.
Because that's where I'm at. Because I'm like, once something flips, it could go. It could flip right back.
It could go in.
It would. I think we should raise money to go get an excavator and just dig it out and be like, mountain again, bitches.
Yeah.
You really did pluck my heartstrings with that Pluto story, though, because I do feel kids today, they ate. The other one was when they started pronouncing Uranus. That's like Fanny Big.
Yeah.
Uranus. Oh, but it's Uranus.
Sure. I mean, says urine in it, though, so it's fine.
But when we studied Greek mythology in grade school, they taught us that the whole thing started with Gaia, Mother Earth, and Uranus. Gaia Uranus. Gaia Uranus. That's how everything came from, Uranus and Gaia.
No, that's absolutely true.
But Uranus, it kills that whole bit.
So that made it in.
Yeah.
Adam, what do you got?
We are a very liberal magazine.
We're kind of running out of time here. So do we want to do, let's do our...
Just hit us. We'll do a turbo round. No commentary. We'll let you know.
This is going to be the quick fire round. We're just going to fire off headlines at you.
Boom.
If you have questions, feel free.
Yeah, if you have questions, that's fine.
We've got our bulk articles, so
do it. But we're not going to pitch it. We're just going to give you these. All right. Go for
Alabama man guilty of shooting son in row over, quote, really good chicken.
Yeah, it's got to go in there. That ties into the carnival thing.
Yeah.
And you look confused, Jay.
Well, on the other page, right, there's got to be an ad for a good chicken spot.
Right. Exactly.
Purdue.
So that's advertising. You got to think money.
See, this is why Jay is in charge of JamBrew. This is why it's at the top of the hill mountain.
The mind. All right, that's
Jay Fanny Big Burden.
Connect the dots.
Red Bull and vodka is scientifically proven to start fights, study says.
Ooh. Yeah, I think that's got to go in there too.
Yeah,
that's part of our aggressive Spike TV readership.
Yeah,
man.
I think
3
all
ply.
alcohol, but I don't know. This one was just Red Bull and vodka, but apparently they don't know just being drunk causes fights. It's like, all right, sure, that one particular combination. 4 Locos cause you to sleep, even if you don't want to. All right, so. We got that in?
Oh, let's put it in there. That's right up our...
I think that's near the front, too.
Yeah,
absolutely. Good. Oh, I'm
with a bold headline and title.
All right.
Maybe. Well, I think I got your front page one here.
Oh.
Usain Bolt of Pugs wins 3rd straight sprint championship.
Oh, that's cute. That's a human interest story for the feet.
No,
for
it's
the
not.
women.
That's a dog.
You're right. Yeah,
it's a dog interest story.
It's a dog interest story. But I could see our... female and virginal readership both being interested in that. The women,
I definitely want to buy
provoked by the woman's story, then read the pug story.
Yeah.
And they subscribe.
And then drink a Red Bull and vodka and fight.
And then go get in a big old fight and take that girl off the stage by her hair.
Yeah.
And fling her down a hill in Wales.
A non-mountain.
Right.
All right, so that also in. This is good. This is going to be a very full publication.
It's a thick magazine.
Yeah, we're working on page.
It's 3 ply.
This might be the favorite one I had. Conway asks why White House reporters keep wanting to talk about the president.
Is that Kellyanne?
Yeah,
right?
Kellyanne Conway asked people who are assigned to the White House why they keep bringing up the president.
Can we alter that a little bit and?
Can we make it about Brett Conway, who was a kicker for the Skins?
Or Conway Twitty.
Oh, yeah, or that. I think we leave the low-hanging fruit out of me. Midgets and Red Bull fighting and Tinder scams and carnival shootings and fried chicken is one thing, but White House, that's
I just like the idea
that's going a bit low.
I just like the idea that she's thinking like maybe we should just talk about like the decor. Or like lawn care, or like other things about the White House other than the guy who lives at the White House.
Anything but that.
I'm just fascinated that she's one of the few people that still has a job there. Because the turnover has been faster than a Wolf Trap Motel mattress and pillowcase over there, and she's still there.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
No, she's got something on someone.
She does. She
There
has what
has to be.
I call it
She's
the
got a big
Keanu
file.
Reeves phenomenon that that Shia LaBeouf had it for a while, but he lost it.
Yeah.
Which was it's a picture or something. It's some bit of incriminating information. It's like George Lucas blowing Steven Spielberg or something. Something that would just blow the roof off Hollywood.
Right.
And Keanu Reeves has
No pun
this
intended.
national treasure, this Da Vinci Code like info, and he keeps getting these roles. He keeps because it's not. They're like, well, why don't we go ahead and get that guy Chris Hemsworth on it? I'm going to show the picture. You know what, Keanu would make a great John Wick.
You know what
He's a
this
great,
flick needs? So he lost his dog. He's murdering everyone.
Right.
Could we get kind of a surfer vibe in there?
Yeah,
I know the
it's
guy.
phenomenon. Maybe Kelly. She has that same. That she has that grease. Yeah, she has that.
Or she knows Keanu Reeves, and he's got the picture.
Somebody, because Keanu, he can handle some artillery too. I've seen him. He's a scary guy out there. I wouldn't.
All right, so you're
cross paths
saying
with John Wick Reeves.
So of everything, you're skipping this one. This is the one not making it in.
Yeah,
I think we'll
it
leave
is.
this one to the Post and the Times and Fox News.
Fair enough.
Not really.
CNN. Yeah, this is not our wheelhouse.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody
You know what that
anymore
means,
either.
right, Keith?
yeah, that means you win this week. I hate those words, but it also means that we've come to the end of this, and we need to find out the name of this publication that you're going to be launching with all of these great stories, except for one really good story.
Right.
Oh, okay. So we're
3-ply.
3-ply
You're going?
publications.
3-ply publications. Oh, I see.
But the title, I think he's looking for the title of the
title.
actual. That's the corporation.
Right. I think maybe let's see. What's
the
that?
3-ply. This
I'm
is good,
imagining in
good
my
radio,
mind
guys.
the
This is
redneck
excellent.
woman at the 4th of July with the tank top who puts her cigarette Bic lighter and her soft pack of Marlboro ultralights in between her floppy, freckled bosoms. And I'm trying to think of a name for that because the name of whatever that is, that's the name of this magazine.
Yeah.
Right.
What is that? That's like
I feel like you need to play on words off of 3-ply, right? Like
Yeah.
the White News or something
I
like
like
that.
Ooh, yeah.
the White Moose.
The Wipe News.
Oh, the Wipe News.
Yeah.
The Wipe News, or
So
the
people know where to read it.
a blumpkin is the
the
term
only problem with that one,
someone
Keith.
gives you a BJ on the toilet while you're defecating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe blumpkin.
The
know,
Blumpkin.
It could be.
the blumpkin. Like
Yeah.
I was reading the Blumpkin today, and you know what I read in the Blumpkin?
Yeah, that's
read
great. Adam, what were you
fascinating.
saying?
The only problem with your idea, Keith, is that then someone's going to have a vodka and Red Bull and accidentally call it the White News and start a fight. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah.
All right, so everybody, check out your local newsstands coming up here soon for the Blumpkin, from 3-ply Publications.
Very big
Yeah.
news.
You can wipe yourself with the
Got a
fastest
pile of
pug
magazines.
in the world.
Yeah.
Got a slick
There's
publication.
a sample of 3-ply right in the, how they
Yeah.
used to give out the samples in the
Oh
magazines.
yeah, we're gonna drop a load of those magazines off.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
suggest not getting them glossy, just for the record. I think that's a mistake.
We're number 2 in the magazine.
All right,
You're
excellent.
starting to sell me on it right now. Yeah.
Blumpkin.
Yeah.
How do you feel you guys did? This was your first
Ted
soiree.
did great.
Yeah.
I feel great
Yeah.
about the
He
stank.
did really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stank.
This is definitely filling a niche that I don't think is filled in.
The stank is good too. We
the
could always
stank.
we could feel that the stank.
Stank, yeah.
I was reading this. What's the stank today? The stank. Mm.
Yeah.
You have a picture of Michael Phelps on the cover making that face that he does to psych out his opponents too.
Well, speaking of the stank, every Friday night from August 31st to September 28th, there's going to be some stank on the Herndon Town
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
In
some
Herndon,
diggity
Virginia.
dank stank.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, September 29th, we're also doing it. It's free. It's all ages. Everybody can get up on that stank. And you can find out more at jambrew.com.
Please.
And so
Yeah.
definitely go do that. Let's talk about some of these artists that are coming through because it's a pretty
sure.
great lineup. Obviously, we've got Ted, we've got Jux, we've got some great shows there. What do we have filling in?
Yeah, let's talk about the kickoff show.
Yeah.
Sub Radio.
Sub Radio.
Friday, August 31st.
Friday, August 31st.
So if you're listening to this show as it comes out in just a few days, that show will happen because we do this. It's not in like real time. Just so you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, of course.
And so check it out. August 31st.
August
We've got
31st. It's
Sub
gonna
Labor
be
Day weekend.
an amazing show. I'm really stoked to have these acts on for the first show of it. It's going to be Sub Radio and Chris Matthews. I don't know if you know Chris Matthews.
Chris is great.
She's wonderful.
I believe he's a news anchor, right?
Yes, he runs Hardball or whatever.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah. No, Chris Matthews, the singer-songwriter, right here from DC. She was featured in Tiny Desk. Yeah, Tiny Desk.
Good for her. Chris Matthews.
Good for her. She's so brave.
Oh, man. Yeah, her songs are amazing.
But she's a brilliant singer, and you know what? She's someone who is I've really watched with awe as she's really, because she came up. She's one of the. My heart goes out to Chris because like me, like you, like you too, Keith.
Yeah.
We came up clawing our way up in the bar cover gigs. Trying to slip our original songs in as much as we could.
Didn't do any covers.
I don't mean you were doing covers. I mean we were playing those same venues,
those bars. Oh,
those
right.
bars.
With people looking at it sideways,
like
well, I don't know this song.
Man.
I would do this in my shows. I would play original songs, but introduce them as songs from other bands.
Yeah, I did that
That's
stuff
nice.
too.
So I'd be like,
do that. Yeah.
And but Chris, in short times, because she's relatively young, has worked her way up, and especially these things like the wineries that are very difficult because they're not putting a lot of press out. They're not putting a lot of budget behind it. I mean, you really have to be your own promoter anyway.
Right.
And she's cultivated a really loyal following of people behind her awesome songs.
That's great.
Indeed.
Yeah, she's really cool.
And who else do we have?
Sub Radio. Yeah,
Sub Radio.
I love the name and I love their marketing, but I haven't heard their tunes yet.
Haven't heard their tunes. Very great. Very new rock. Got a pop edge to them.
Cool.
Super good group of guys who have all, I think, been together since high school.
Oh, love it. And they're local guys
in the
like
area.
Us.
Yeah. Got great music videos, really catchy tunes.
Music videos, cool.
They have really cool.
And that's Sub Radio, right?
It is Sub-Radio.
Right, Sub-Radio, yeah.
And then we've got you on the 28th.
Correct. Yeah, Juxt.
And then what?
Good old pal Teddy G.
17th?
The 14th.
14th.
Yeah, because it's Fridays. They're on Friday nights. Yeah. So who's on the 21st?
21st is a band from Leesburg called Kid Brother.
Oh, cool.
And a performer named Elizabeth II.
Elizabeth II. I like
Who's a ripper on the guitar.
Nice.
A ripper. Yeah.
Is she redhead? Like
no,
that's the Elizabeth
she's got blue
I.
hair actually.
Blue hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Elizabeth II. That's who's reigning now, right? That's the
currently.
Yeah.
Cool. She
Any
British?
others we have to make sure we check out?
No. Well, let's see. The second week is the Dusk Whales.
Oh, they're great.
Have you ever heard?
No.
Have you not heard them yet?
No.
And they're
They're
another
on point.
psychedelic group of guys that write really Beatle-esque tunes.
Okay,
really good
interesting.
stuff with Black Masala.
And both are great, and both
Yeah.
have great marketing too. Great names, great marketing, great
Yeah.
tunes. Yeah, I mean, this is really cool to work with these other artists now as a sponsor because I get to actually interact with some of these bands because I do this full time and I have
That's
a
the
4-year-old,
highlight of it,
so
yeah.
I very rarely get to hear anybody, let alone work with anybody. And especially what we touched on earlier before we started, the show, the cast today, which is that these days you don't sell music as part of your income.
Yeah,
anymore.
right.
So
yeah.
you don't get to collaborate like with your "We Are the World" song the way that you used to do. So this is a real treat to be part of JamBrew.
Well, and before we move on, I also want to take this moment. We talked about there being a special announcement regarding the October Fest, which is happening on Saturday, September 29th. So this is a great time to do that. We've been talking with Jay over the last week or so. What we're going to do is Another Wasted Hour is actually going to head out to the Oktoberfest, and we're going to record live at the event.
Nice.
And be there. I assume we'll be there most of the day. We'll probably do some interviews, maybe some extra content outside of the show as well.
That'd be
do
great.
some interviews with some of the other artists and maybe some of the people out in the audience as well. And so I don't know where we'll be set up. We'll get all of that information to you. But this is the first time we're coming out of our basement to do something.
You guys going to do it all audio? You're going to do a video cast too?
We might actually broadcast live. That's part of what I was thinking.
Go for it.
Is maybe
do it.
kind of having a broadcast happening the entire day that people can kind of watch, and we'll jump in and out of.
You could interview people right there and then.
But we'll also do the 1 hour show as well.
Sure.
At some point in the day and knock that out.
Be awesome.
And figure out who we're gonna interview. I guess we'll have to find that out as well. So make sure to put that on your calendars. Saturday, September 29th. Come join the show. Come see us live, and all the great music that's going to be there, and obviously beer and all that. Again, all ages, totally free. JamBrew.com for all that information. So without further ado, let's move on to what has become people's favorite part of the show, mainly Adam's favorite part of the show, because he made this stinger. I think it's terrible, but he really, really likes it. And this is
You're
what we
just
like.
jealous that you never wrote anything better.
That's true. Nothing better.
It's like a Nintendo Power Round.
Yeah,
like
8-bit.
So welcome, gentlemen, to Please God, Just Get One Right. This is our game show where we're going to throw you 6 trivia questions and a category picked by our prior guests. So the Iris Bell.
Oof.
They were in here last week.
Oh, I thought that was a question. I was like, I have no idea what that is.
The Iris.
It's on a hill in Wales.
Yes.
It used to be on a mountain.
Fatty Big.
So the Iris Bell had to answer questions about celebrity scandals. I think they got 2 right. Is that right?
Yeah, sounds
I feel
correct.
that's right. I think there were 2 correct.
Celebrity scandals.
A lot of people don't get any right, so don't feel bad if you don't. But they picked. I
am, Keith. I'm going to feel very bad.
Yes. And the Iris Bell plays Gypsy Sally's Wednesday, August 23rd in Washington, D.C.
Very
So
cool.
if you are upset about this category, you can go to
That's
that
tomorrow
show.
night.
Yeah. You can go to their show.
Yeah.
You can drink.
Well, for us, not
Yeah,
the people
for the real
listening now.
world.
You
Yeah.
missed it.
So,
You lose us.
but you can go to that show because it hasn't happened yet. You can drink a cranberry and vodka, and you can just fucking wail on
Red
them.
Bull
Or
and
Red Bull
vodka,
and
Red Bull
vodka.
vodka.
And just wail on them for making up this terrible category. Also, if you remember that because the category is chosen by the prior guest,
Yeah.
at the end of this, you get to pass on your pain and frustration and embarrassment onto our next guests by picking the category they have to try and win.
All right, we can do this.
If
We
you
got
get
this.
one right,
Yeah.
you get to get a prize out of my sack of joy. Back over here somewhere.
Is that the same one that we were talking about with the Catholic guy?
Yes,
was
it's the
just-
happy
okay.
sack. You just close your eyes, you put your hand
Man.
in it, and you just root around a
Went
little.
dark on that.
And then you pull out something that hopefully makes you happy. And so the sack of joy. So anyhow, you ready for your category?
Yeah, come on, let's
Yeah.
do it. Bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Sounds good. The category is musicians that have died in the last 5 years.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, we got this.
I feel like you've got a really
because
good
I'm
shot.
feeling my own mortality. I've been keeping
Yeah.
tabs. Yeah, I'm 41.
You said we just have to get one right?
Just
just one to get a prize.
I think if we get 2 right, then we both get to go in the sack of joy together.
maybe at the same time.
Yeah.
All right.
Juggle that sack of joy.
So let's start off.
Sacagawea.
I think you'll get these. I do need the name, by the way. So, what singer died on July 15th of this year after fronting, or January 15th? Sorry, January 15th of this year after fronting a band with singles that include "Linger," "Ode to My Family," and I can't be without you.
This was a sad one.
Yeah.
This was Dolores O'Riordan.
That's
From
right.
The Cranberries.
From the
Yes.
Cranberries, yeah.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna be.
I was
one of
letting
the
you hope I
easiest
knew the name
ones.
because I wanted to say Doris.
Yes,
And that's my sister-in-law's name. That I think it was being passive
I was gonna judge you tightly on the name.
Well, I think you shot me that one because I was thinking.
I was feeling.
You were thinking Doris, and I was like, I think it's Dolores.
Yep, and so
Rhymes with a female body part.
if you had said
right.
that chick from the
Mulva.
Cranberries, I would have said no.
not the
that-
chick from the Cranberries. Yeah, that was a sad one.
Disrespectful. All right, so you've got one. We got one already. Look at that.
Sack of cool.
It's all
And feel
it's
that
smooth.
sack of joy. And
Yeah, it's
feel that
smooth
sack
sailing.
of joy.
So,
And feel the sack of sinner's joy.
and so
I can't wait.
it's all smooth sailing from here. Adam, what do you have?
Nicknamed Chank, this guitarist for Motown staple The Funk Brothers was especially known for his parts on Motown classics such as The Temptations, The Way You Do the Things You Do, The Supremes, You Keep Me Hanging On, The Marvelettes, Please Mr. Postman, and Stevie Wonder's I Was Made to Love Her, among many others. He unfortunately passed away on August 20th of this year.
Ooh, just 2 days
know
ago.
this.
Man.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
all those songs are amazing.
Right.
Uh-huh. Well,
I love the guitars.
the Funk Brothers are like just
And the
backed up
Funk Brothers.
everything.
Funk
Like
Brothers.
they're from Motown. They were the backing band for Motown.
Funk Brothers.
Yeah, if it was a Motown record, these guys played on it.
That's
Yeah.
one. That's
So
one
this is a Barry
genre
Gordy classic.
of music that I.
But I don't know the names. I suck at names. It's
Oh
like dates.
no!
Yeah, that's like
I've,
hence Doris Dolores there.
Any guesses?
gosh, photon.
No.
No.
He was
Nope.
amazing, though.
All right. What do we have?
Eddie Willis.
Eddie Willis. I wouldn't have guessed that.
That's a name you should know.
Eddie Willis.
You should be
I know it now.
embarrassed.
I'll never forget
I
it
am
now.
extremely humbled and
I'm
embarrassed.
gonna meet him at the pearly
That I
gates
don't
one
know.
day and be like, I suck.
Yeah.
All right. Fats Domino died in October of last year. Did you know that?
Yeah.
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 His version of what song was ranked one of the 500 best songs of all time, entered into the Grammy Hall of Fame, and was Fats's biggest Billboard hit.
Was it Do You Love Me?
Oh, is it that or was it Blueberry Hill? Was that Chubby Checker? Was that Fats Domino or Chubby Checker? I found my thrill.
It was
Bum, 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 bum.
Twist and Shout.
Or the Twist. You're thinking of the Twist. Come
The
on,
Twist.
baby. But was that Chubby Checker? I always get
Do
them
the Twist.
confused because they're both so damn chubby.
Right? They're fat and chubby.
What?
They would have made a great duet, right?
I think the Twist was Chubby Checker.
The fat and chubby
The
just
fat
going
and
around
chubby.
touring together.
That's it. Yeah, and the weight loss.
The domino,
ads.
and it's domino and checkers.
Domino and
right?
see?
It's two games. You know
that one came after
yeah,
the other. Like
somebody was
GoBots.
like, I like that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Fats Domino, I'm gonna be Chubby Checker. Like, well, I'm portly chess piece. Like you suck. You can't be part of this.
Right. Right.
Okay, you said, "Do you love me?"
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Obesity risk. No, it's too close to home there. That's a different game.
Is it "Do you love me"?
All right. Is it Do You Love Me? No, Blueberry Hill.
Oh man,
Yeah,
it was
you-
okay. So it's Blueberry Hill.
Yeah.
Great song.
Good.
Blueberry Hill. I
close,
think you're
yeah.
right.
Good for you,
Chubby
sir.
Checkers is the twist.
The
I
Twist.
think.
Yeah, I get them.
Yep, I think you're right on that.
That's
All right,
done.
Adam.
All right. What was the name of the flautist, vocalist, and founding member of the Moody Blues who passed away this past January?
Damn.
You know, Moody Blues and Doobie Brothers and all that
Yeah,
kind of
there's
stuff.
so
I
many
just
guys in those bands.
don't even know anything.
Nights in white satin.
I mean, I know the last name of the Doobie Brothers.
Of course, right?
Brothers.
Yeah.
What?
The brothers. just like the Funk Brothers.
Well, the Fratelli brothers and the Goonies. Someone was just saying to me yesterday that the Fratelli means the brothers in Italian. So Fratelli brothers from the Goonies is the brothers.
Nice.
And the Funk Brothers is a brothers music. So if they were from Italy, they would have been the brothers, man. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
there's a
So the
rabbit hole
Moody
there.
Blues. Oh, gosh. I don't know his name.
I do like Nights in White Satin.
I love
I've
that
watched
song. Oh, that
I listen to
recorder
that like
song.
over and over.
That's the
again.
only time I can listen to a recorder without wanting to break it over my knee. You know, is that solo
Yes.
from Nights in White Satin. But I don't know, Jay. Do you?
No idea.
You are
No?
ignorant. Like if we think anyone's
Yeah.
going to remember us, and we can't remember the guy who sang.
We were
and
so
wrote.
confident with this.
Yeah, we
were
went
like,
into
oh,
it.
music? We know.
We're getting punished.
You got
Probably-
one. You did
Yeah.
get one. So
We
yeah,
did. We
you're
almost
good.
had two. I blew it. I should have gone with my first answer, Jeopardy style.
Local
Yeah.
music.
Well, the one we were looking for on this question was Ray Thomas.
Ray. Yeah. See, these are everyday names. Ray.
Ray
Thomas.
Thomas
Yeah.
and the Ray Thomas Singers? No, that's Ray Conniff.
Right.
Ray Conniff
He went on
Singers,
to
yeah.
front Matchbox 20, I believe.
Yes.
Right? Is
With
that-
his brother Robert.
Right. Yes, his brother went on to start a new band. All right. So didn't get that one.
How many more do we have left?
Two more.
Two more.
Okay.
Yeah. But you've already got your one.
Yeah, but I want to reach in that bag 2 times.
All right. B.B. King
Yeah.
died on May 14th of 2015.
Okay.
Wow. It's not recent, huh?
Yeah. Can you tell me BB's birth name?
Lucille.
No, his birth name.
Sorry, baby.
Yes. He named his guitar.
That's going to come back to haunt me. I know it.
Was
Yeah.
Montgomery.
I like that you did it with the accent too.
Montgomery. Montgomery Wallace.
So just no B's at all.
Nope. That was just a whole other thing. I mean, he had a BB gun, and they'd say, Montgomery Wallace, you come in here with that BB gun, boy. And he was like,
You're gonna shoot your eye out, King.
he made his first guitar with an old BB gun. That's right. And he used the BBs as little magnetic pickup balls and put them on the end of them strings. And Montgomery Wallace.
the legend of Montgomery Wallace sold his soul for a BB gun.
I'm such a dick right now. If Surf and John are listening to this,
This is
I'm
starting like
so
it's
sorry.
about to become a Ross Patterson movie or something.
Yeah, right.
Montgomery, it's a good name. He wishes he had that name. you
Yes.
know?
Riley B. King.
Riley B. King.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I should know that. I have a niece named Riley,
good
so
name.
I should.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would have been fine with him just being Riley B. King. I would have. That fits, right?
I think so. Yeah.
You didn't even need BB. Riley B. King.
Yeah.
That. Yeah.
I would have
Riley
done it.
B. Well, there was BB King, and then just like Chubby Checker, maybe there was someone else, like, Teflon. I don't know, Teflon Duke or something like that.
No, there was IB Queen.
There's Dairy Queen too.
Yes, there's IBC.
And the IGA. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay.
TBCY.
That's it.
They were really popular there for a while. Everybody liked that.
All these acronyms.
I'm going to put this to an end before it goes too far.
Okay.
Last but not least,
credited with giving the Beastie Boys their name, this musician left the group after the band's first EP, but was a member of other musical groups such as Even Worse, Big Fat Love, Highway Stars, and Bourbon Deluxe.
Jesus.
He was in there.
It was. Yeah. Jesus.
Marky Mark.
Really?
No.
He's not dead. Jesus Christ, people. God damn it.
Sorry, I forgot what the impetus of the whole game was. I was just so willing to believe
So there was a fourth Beastie Boy?
Yeah, I believe it was Ed Vigoda. Yeah.
His name was Sully. He was a beast. So let's see. What was the name of the guy that played Beast in the X-Men? What was this? Not
Wasn't it Kelsey Grammer?
But I mean
Grammer.
the name of the human
Oh,
name,
the character.
of the mutant of the character. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Not
don't
played
Bruce.
Beast.
Wasn't it Bruce?
Bruce. That's Bruce Banner.
Dr.
you're thinking
Hank
of.
something, isn't it?
Hank.
Yeah,
Hank.
Hank
Williams.
Hank
Was in the
Hank
Beastie
Williams
Boys.
Jr.
Hank Williams Jr. And then he
Junior,
played-
Junior.
Yeah,
Bourbon
no, that's
Deluxe
true.
sounds like a Hank Williams Jr. band, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why do you drink? Yeah, I
drunk.
should have been in.
All right, so what do you guys have? What's a good guess?
We have nothing.
Madonna.
No, yeah, you're right. If we want to go for an educated guess, Clay Aiken. That's my final answer. Clay Aiken.
Yeah, I was sad when
Yeah.
he passed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
that's- Yeah.
No,
The answer we were looking for is John Barry.
John
John
Bieber.
Barry. I thought you were going to say John Mayer, and that was going to be mind blowing.
Justin
That
Bieber.
would, yeah.
All these ordinary name musicians like us.
For the record.
We gotta get better
over.
names, Jay.
Yeah.
You know, no one's gonna remember our names. Got a name like BB King, Fats Domino. People remember you even if they don't remember your music.
I need to clear the record for just because we are kind of a news source.
Right.
Justin Bieber is not dead.
He's not.
No, I just like to think
Clay
of him that
Aiken
way.
is probably.
Well, now I'm
but his career is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So
All right, so you got one. You got one right.
I should have gone with Blueberry Hill, man. We would have been in the running, but still, you get to
Only
reach in the
got
sack.
one.
All right, so
Yeah.
while I go get it, you guys have to figure out the next category for our next guest.
Okay.
All right, think about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
find the sack of joy.
It's right there next to Jay.
So you guys
Love sack.
you guys come up with these questions?
Yep.
Okay.
And we come up with the category.
Come up
Look,
with
it's the
that.
best.
Oh, Jay, you reach in there, man, with your godly
There's
hands.
nothing wrapped, so you have to close your eyes.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
If you feel something wet, you've gone too
let me
far.
get in
Oh,
there.
sorry, your
yeah,
eyes
yeah,
are
the
open
actual
again.
bag, yeah.
Can you play that little stinger again? Oh,
There we go.
oh what'd you get?
Winnie the Pooh snap bracelet.
Oh,
In
that
fact, I
is
think
I feel like we just went and saw that. Oh, you're awesome. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
take a picture with you so my daughter knows who gave it
Exactly.
to her later.
All right.
Because she'll love this thing.
She's gonna be so jealous when
My
you're wearing
4-year-old
that.
daughter is gonna be rocking. Oh, you're right. I'm gonna come home with it and tell her she can't have it.
Look what I got. It's an adult bracelet.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you very
Believe it or
much.
not, this is nailing it. We just went and saw Christopher Robin. Highly recommend.
Was it
There we
good?
go. All right,
really
good.
good.
You won.
Yeah.
All right, so now in order to continue nailing it, we need a category for the next guest. How, are you gonna nail it to them? Are you gonna give them a softball? What do you want to do for your for
I
the
got
next
one.
guest?
Ex-Trump cabinet.
Actually, that's not bad idea, but to make it more trivial that anyone could get it, I was thinking, like if we went with the names of studies of things, like the ologies,
Entomology.
right?
Oh, different types
Like
of scientists.
proctology.
The science?
Yeah, the sciences, whether it be a medical discipline or a scholastic academic discipline.
Okay, so
Something-
names of science.
I just gotta say, this guy's on fire.
Yeah?
He is on fire. His brain shoots. He's got like 20 pistons
I've
firing.
been fasting today,
Oh, that's what it is.
That's
the
what
hunger.
makes you smarter.
Yeah.
drinking prune juice and sharding.
How do you fast? I don't even know this. I've not heard this diet. You were talking about this.
Yeah, man. I mean,
you eat
I hate
nothing?
to slag my neighbor, but I don't even know that she knows what she's selling. It's like the Amway of diets, right? But it's the slant. It's one of these multi-level things, and I'm her guinea pig. But it's just all these diets are the same. Like, how you doing? I'm Tommy the Sorta from, and he's like, what you do is you have a shake for breakfast, a shake for lunch, and then a sensible dinner. And they show you a picture of like this 300-calorie dinner of, 3 bites of steak and some stewed carrots.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. It's a shake for breakfast, a shake for lunch, a few pixie sticks of some various nutrients and minerals and such, and probably crack, and then the dinner that says 400 to 600 calorie meal. But I mean, I'm a big ass guy. That's not a big, that's like 3 bites of a hamburger or something, right?
Gotcha.
So the idea is, and then one day a week you're supposed to fast. You're supposed to just drink this. Basically, it's like prune juice, like antioxidant juice. 4 times, 4 ounces or 16 ounces over a day.
Yeah.
And crush water and not eat. But man, you know our job. You know how demanding it is.
Oh, yeah.
So around halfway through the day today, I started to get like hangry.
Yeah.
And then I went
That's
to
how you know
Panera.
it's working.
Right. And then I went to Panera. Well, I have lost 15 pounds.
Dude, nice.
So it is working. But again, it's sort of like what starving works. Like
it does.
Just like I call it the sleep diet, where it's like if you could just sleep like a bear for a month, think of what you wouldn't eat, and you'd wake up and be ripped. You'd be like, I feel great.
Yeah.
So
I've also heard that if you don't eat throughout the day and then only eat at night for some reason, that works pretty well. But I usually just forget, and then I just don't eat
That's what
anything.
happens to me. Yeah, I try to do that.
Intermittent fasting.
Well, we're working at night. Yeah, but I mean, the basic problem is, we're just a culture of sit on our ass kind of people.
Yeah.
So,
although I think I could do the diet you're on because I love milkshakes. So that sounds
pretty
delicious.
good. I mean, you got a little shaker. They are tasty. My
is that why there's
brings
all those
the
young boys and priests in your yard?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My milkshake brings all the priests to the yard, and they're like, "Here, blessed by God." And I'm like, "I'll steal that rod."
Well, let's. We've got a little bit of time left, and I'd like to kind of move on to a little section we call Near and Far. We've talked a little bit about some stories earlier before we started the show. I thought it was interesting because, let's get started. To the near story,
right?
You guys wanted to talk about local music, right? The music here in the DC area.
Yeah.
So
very near and dear.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our backyard, and it's our front yard too.
Yeah.
DC music we were talking about how it's very unique and that people make a living here at it, but that the people that really do stick with it and the people that really keep going for it decade after decade, year after year, are the songwriters and the creators and the artists, the performing artists, not just the, sort of human jukeboxes. And I don't mean to sound like snooty.
Sure.
I just mean that I feel like there's a difference between technical merit and artistic merit.
Are those two different types of jobs? I mean, maybe that's what the thing is that we kind of glom everything into one category of like musician.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I would argue that really there's a real bifurcation there of two different types of people. There's the people who are very good at mimicking and recreating something,
which is a skill,
right? And entertaining and performing, right? And that's that like cover band, like wedding bands, things like that,
which has its place. It's essential.
And there's something incredible about that, right?
Right.
But then there's a whole group of people that aren't really those people who make music and then perform that music, and there's a connection there to like what the words and what the chords are because it came from them. So there's something like deep rooted in that performance. And so
I just feel like one is a compulsion. One is like if you're making art, you have to do it. You have to get it out.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're solitary doing it like Emily Dickinson, or whether you're out there like Frank Zappa, being wild out there in front of everybody. But this is what you do. This is all you do.
You're just born with a demon that you can't get rid of, essentially.
Right. And you try and you let it out bit by bit, but
And the other one is sort of like, well, I'll do this until it's not really lucrative anymore, until I don't really enjoy it anymore. But honestly, I love performing. I mean, it's like it's not only a privilege, but I get high on it. I mean, it's like I've been sober 11 years, and yet I'm still intoxicated from the performance in a way.
Sure.
And I mean, like Red Bull and vodka, I want to go out there and punch everybody and swipe right, left, the whole thing. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's
well, I don't know that we're gonna have time to talk about the Far, but it was also about local music, ironically, which I thought was funny. And just you were saying how how many bands get started as local music and then become huge artists?
Yeah, no matter where they are, whether it be
near, far, wherever
and the point is that if you go to JamBrew, which is happening every Friday at the Herndon Town Green in Herndon, Virginia, August 31st to September 28th, you're going to see local music, original artists that at some point in time might be that next thing.
Absolutely.
At a time when they're starting out. So go check that out. Saturday, September 29th also is the October Brew Fest. We will be there. Hopefully you will be there. Ted will be there. Hopefully we'll have a great time at that. Again, we're recording live there. JamBrew.com for more information. # live local music. Please like our posts, follow us, retweet us, share the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We cannot do this without you. Don't forget to review us on Facebook, iTunes, and Google Play. Thanks to my summer co-hosts, Engineer Adam, Kevin Evanger, McNally22, Justin Rodrigues, Figmental Records, Figmental Studios, Alchemical Records for all their contributions. Most of all, thanks to JamBrew for wasting a perfectly good hour with us. This has been another wasted hour. If you just realized that, don't blame us. We warned you.